3, 2, 1.
It's the Puff and Steph podcast.
Puff and Steph and you. Hello, everyone. Oh my God, we're like middle of December, Steph.
I know, it's going so quickly. December always goes fast.
I mean, we're getting closer and closer to Christmas.
Yay!
Closer and closer to your birthday.
Mm-hmm. It's coming up.
Man, time is flying. It really is. Want to thank everyone for joining us. And you notice that Steph and I aren't in the studio together. She's at home. I'm in the studio just want to explain why. With my seasonal job, I have delivering packages to lonely housewives for UPS.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, 100%. Just my schedule's nuts, as you, I'm sure, can probably imagine. So Steph and I are like recording shows at all hours of the morning and the night, and what time is it right now? We don't know. So just kind of bear with us for the next week and a half, and hopefully we'll get her in the studio sometimes. But right now it's just like, hey, you got a half an hour? Can we record a show real quick? Stop everything you're doing. So
right.
Just thank you for being flexible with me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
And so does everyone else who's paying attention, watching, and listening. Today's show brought to you by Freisinger Hyundai, right on the price, right on the pike. I am in the American Shaman of PA studios. This holiday season, American Shaman of PA reminds you to deck the halls and not your family. Through the month of December, you can beat the stress by buying a $100 gift card and getting a $20 gift card for free. Buy $20 in gift cards, get $20 for free at American Shaman of PA. Are you ready for your Christmas question?
Oh, yes, let's do it.
Steph, tell us what your perfect Christmas meal would be.
Like Christmas dinner?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm trying to think. A lot of times we have, I can't even think of what it's called. No. You know what? We mix it up. We don't always have a traditional Christmas meal. I think we had shrimp mac and cheese one year, and that was amazing.
Okay.
And that's very not traditional for Christmas, but I loved it.
Okay, so, but like you, what would you, not what your average Christmas meal is, like, what is you, Steph, your perfect Christmas meal? If you could have anything you wanted on Christmas, what would it be? Maybe it's food that you just really like. Maybe it's food that makes you think of Christmas. Food that brings back memories. Just what is your perfect Christmas meal? Give us like a main and maybe some sides.
It would be hibachi. So it would be like chicken and shrimp, and then like the lo mein and the fried rice, and then all the veggies, and then like 6 pounds of yum yum sauce on top.
So your perfect Christmas meal is hibachi?
Yeah. I could eat hibachi every single day. And Christmas is obviously the greatest day of the whole year. So if I could have hibachi on that day, I'd be pumped.
That is not what I was expecting from you.
What do you think I was going to say?
I was expecting you to go more traditional. I was expecting you to say, oh my God, a Christmas ham and maybe some scalloped potatoes and some green beans and some rolls. And like, I was expecting a way more traditional answer than hibachi. I just would hire a teppanyaki chef to come to my house and just do all the tricks and flick shrimp into my mouth.
Yes, that would be ideal. Well, to me, I guess I feel like a lot of traditional Christmas dinners are really similar to Thanksgiving. And we just did that. So that's why I was like thinking outside the box. And you know how I feel about hibachi.
I do, but I never thought you would consider hibachi for Christmas. I guess,
totally.
I guess I don't know you as well as I thought I did. Here are some guidelines for people for tipping during the holidays. Do you find yourself tipping more during the holidays or no?
I always tip a lot. So it probably is about the same, maybe a little more around Christmas time.
Hairstylists, tip up to the cost of one visit, unless you shell out like hundreds of dollars per visit, then maybe you don't.
Right.
But like if your haircut is normally, like for guys, it's not expensive. So let's say a guy haircut is $20. They say give him 40.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're tipping 100%.
Yeah, that's a little much.
I've never heard that before.
That's a little much. How about a nanny or an au pair? Now,
Do nannies get tips?
yeah, well, here's the thing. This is more for like rich people and not us.
Bougie.
We're
Yeah.
talking like live-in nannies. I mean, if you call your nanny an au pair, then you have enough money.
Yeah, what are we in the UK? Au pair.
Au pair. Live up to 1 week's pay, they say. So you're supposed to
As
like
a tip?
yeah. So if they make $600 a week, you're supposed to give them $1,200. Once for their week, one for the week and one for their tip.
Good thing we don't have au pairs, Puff, because I couldn't afford that.
I don't think we can afford au pairs to begin with, let alone their tips. Let's see, regular babysitter, so just someone who comes over to the house to watch the kids when you're out, up to 1 evening's pay. So if you pay your babysitter $25, you give them $50.
But what you're giving them is basically already a tip, because it's not like they get to keep all that money. I didn't know you were supposed to tip a babysitter.
I don't think you are. I think this is like just for the holidays.
Right, just to be a little extra nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Daycare provider, $25 for each staff member who works with your kid. Oh my God. Yeah. See some of this stuff, like doorman. Do you have a doorman? I don't have a doorman. Doorman. Now we don't live in apartments either, but $15 to $80 for each doorman. Handyman. Someone comes over to your house to fix something. You're supposed to give them a tip, $15 to $40. And again, I think it's one of those things where you don't necessarily normally tip these people, but because it's the holidays, you do.
A little something extra, yeah.
Dog walker. Let's see if someone to come over and walk your dogs. You know who does that? Steph.
I do it.
Steph takes care of people's dogs when they're at work. You're supposed to get up to 1 week's pay as a tip.
Oh, dang. I mean, I would gladly accept that. I don't think I've ever gotten a tip.
At the moment, how many dogs are you walking? You walking any?
Pretty much just the one that I
Okay.
take care of consistently.
All right, so person who hires Steph, give her 1 week's extra if you're listening to this. Now, Steph's not asking for it. I am.
Well, thank you. I don't think he listens. But yeah, no, I've never gotten a tip. I mean, the pay for dog walking is pretty good to begin with, though.
Dog groomer, up to the cost of one session. So if it costs you $60 to wash your dog or take your dog to a groomer, they say you're supposed to tip another $60. Like, where do I get this money? Yeah.
That's insane.
This one I find odd. I've actually never heard about this. I mean, it's cool. These guys and girls work super hard, so I'm not going to say they don't deserve it. But garbage collection crew. How do you even go about that? A lot of times they come in the morning before you're even awake or you're not home. Like,
right.
Do I tape? They say $10 to $30 for each person. Do I tape a 20 onto the garbage pail and hope they see it?
Yeah, really. I've never heard of such a thing.
So like
It's a nice idea.
Yeah, I'm surrounded by roads, right? So I have a main road in front of my house, and in the back of my house is like a back alley. We're supposed to put our garbage cans in the back alley. Am I supposed to tape a 10 spot on the garbage cans, and hopefully they notice? And it goes to them, because people walk their dogs and stuff in that back alley. It's not like nobody else uses that back alley. So I just have to hope that they notice, the tenor taped to the garbage can, and it's not some kid on his skateboard going down the back alley.
Right, because anybody could take it at that point.
Yeah, no.
Huh.
I'm good. Personal trainer, massage therapist, again, up to the cost of one session. Like, this is crazy. This has got to be for, like, rich people.
Yeah, it's definitely not geared towards us, is it?
No, absolutely not. One thing I want to talk to before we bounce into our first break here. Did you hear about the brand new Olympic sport?
I did not.
You didn't? It's break dancing.
Really? Oh, is this official?
It is official. The International Olympic Committee has announced that competitive breakdancing will be a sport in the 2024, so 4 years from now, Paris Olympics. The USA Breaking Committee, it's a real thing, says that preparation has involved creating a breakdancing rule book, a uniform way of scoring, and making sure all athletes are brought through the system as any Olympic athlete would be.
Wow. Who knew that was even a thing?
They have ballroom dancing as a sport. They have ice dancing as a sport.
In the Olympics.
In the Olympics. Why not breakdancing?
Yeah. I actually used to be able to do this little break dance thing. I don't know if I can still do it. I was a lot thinner and smaller back then. But my friend taught me this thing where you get on the ground with your hands on the ground and you swing your leg around and you pick your other leg up and you just it's kind of like a skip it and you just keep swinging it around. I wonder if I can still do it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. It's called like a can opener or something?
I don't know what it's called, but it is fun. I mean, I think breakdancing is awesome, and it's a good work. Dancing's such a good workout, so that's cool.
That's cool? You think it's cool?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their thing, right?
Okay.
You don't think so?
No, I think it's dumb. I think it's really dumb.
I figured you would.
I think it's really dumb. I think ballroom dancing as a sport is dumb. I think ice dancing as a sport is dumb. I just think it's dumb. My opinion? Should it be Olympic sport? Whatever. It's the Olympics. We care about it once every 4 years, then we move on with our lives. So I'm not going to stand outside the Olympics with a sign, no break dancing, no dancing allowed. This isn't Footloose. No, it's, I think it's dumb, but whatever. At least it gets more people opportunities. So they're they're break dancers. They're, I was going to say they're break dancers, not athletes, but apparently now they are athletes. What do I know? People look at me for my athletic wisdom, though. So coming up in just a couple of minutes, I'm anti-breakdancing. I'm also anti-pay for the person behind you at the drive-thru, but I'll explain. It's coming up.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
I don't know if you heard about this, Steph, but last week in Minnesota, 900 people did a pay it forward at a Dairy Queen.
In a row?
In a row. 900 people. Now, on average, these things last 50 cars. Anywhere between 30 to 50 cars. But
Does it even go that long? I feel like it's maybe just a few oftentimes.
900 people at a Dairy Queen in Minnesota. It lasted 3 days.
Oh, it went day after day?
Yeah. So what would happen is at the end of the day, the last person in line, they say, "Hey, they're doing this pay it forward thing," and the person ahead of you bought your thing, and they would leave like money. They'd be like, "Here's, what's your average?" And they're like, the average person spends $10 here. So they'd be like, "All right, here's $10." Boom, they plop it on the table or whatever they do, and they say, "I'll pay for the first person tomorrow." And then it went like that for almost 3 days.
No way.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think that there wasn't a single person who broke that, because you think that there'd be somebody in there that, maybe they just couldn't afford it or they just weren't into that. But that's insane that many people continued it.
This is going to shock you. I think this is kind of stupid. And let me explain. This is what this is. This is what this is. This is me taking out of my wallet $20, right? Handing it to you. Here you go, Steph. $20. Now you have to open your wallet and hand $20 to the person next to you. And it goes around in this big circle. It just seems pointless. And not only that, it's this, I want someone to donate or help someone out because they want to, not because they're pressured by society to do so. Okay? I want you to say, this is important to me, so I'm going to donate. Or I really want to help this person, so I'm going to help them out and I'm going to pay for their lunch. Or whatever. I don't want it to be like, so all day long, actually it's only been 2 days now, people have been paying behind them. So the person behind you, their total was $13. So are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? Everyone else is doing it. You're going to do it? You're going to do it? You do it? And you're like, fine, here's $13. Meanwhile, all you got was it was Dairy Queen, so all you got was a Blizzard. So all you had to spend was $7. But no, you're doubling what you normally should pay because society's like, do it. You're a bad person. Do it. Don't be a bad person. Do it.
Well, in this situation, maybe they did feel that pressure, but normally you said you don't see the point. The point is just to do something nice, and it feels good and it makes somebody's day, because typically it doesn't continue forever and ever. I've had friends talk about doing it, and I don't think that necessarily everyone behind them continues it. I think it's just hey, I'm going to pay for the person behind me. And maybe the person said, oh, geez, my Blizzard's free. And then they just move on. They might not necessarily keep it going.
Yeah, that's me. Now listen, I've never been a part of one of these. I've never gotten up to the line where, chance to pay and someone said, hey, the person in front of you paid for yours. This never happened to me. It'd be cool if it did, because I'd be like, thanks, this is awesome, free lunch.
Right.
But that's not what this is. This is forced charity work. I don't like this.
Wait, so do you think that the people at the drive-thru were saying hey, here's what's happening, do you want to continue it? Or did people just naturally continue it when they found out that the person in front of them paid for them?
I think it started out probably like that, very organic, very much this is happening, or this happened, or hey, the person behind you paid, and someone's like, oh, okay, well, I'll pay for the person behind me. But I think probably 30, 40 cars into it, they started pushing it. They started making people feel bad. But then I'm sure word started to get out, and then people wanted to be a part of it. So they made the choice to go to that Dairy Queen. I just don't feel as though this isn't charity. This isn't, I don't know, this is just when you're caught in the middle of it. What if I go to Dairy Queen and I really want a Reese's Blizzard? That's all I've been what's the word? I've been craving it all day, right? And I get there, I'm one Reese's Blizzard, and I go up to the counter and hey, they're doing this pay it forward thing. We're in our second day. Your Blizzard is covered. The person in front of you bought it. You want to buy the you want to buy the person's order behind you? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. They're like, okay, that'll be $45. It's a family, and they all ordered 3 things. And you're like, oh no, this blizzard just cost me $45?
See, that is the problem, because you don't really know what you're paying for at that point. Actually, a friend of mine was just telling me that he tried to pay it forward, and I think it was actually at a Dairy Queen, and the people he was paying for, it was like $25 or something, when like you said, he's just trying to get like a $3 blizzard, and then but once you say it, you're sucked into it. You can't go, oh no, just kidding, I'm not paying for that.
Screw that. I'd be like, no way. I would be like, oh, that's way too much. I'll pay for like, I'll give them 10. Like, like, absolutely not. Oh my God, that's crazy.
But once you kind of agree to it, I mean,
there's no contract.
No, that's true. You can back out, but a lot of people probably wouldn't want to.
Right. Why? Because it's forced social pressure. Exactly what I'm saying. So not only that, I liken this to when you're at the grocery store and they're like, so your total is $68.32. Do you want to round up to $69? Like, no, I want my change. But it's and then they try to make you feel bad. Well, it's just, you know, it's just like, what would that be? It's just 68 cents. That's all it is. But it's smart on their part, because a lot of people agree to it and it adds up over time. You know, it's just 68 cents. Or they don't do that. They say, your total is going to be $112. Do you want to donate $1 to this charity? Now, I'm good. And I've literally had people go, really? It's just $1.
Oh, people have said that to you?
Yeah. And I'm like, are you trying to make me feel bad? I almost swore.
I was like, whoa, Puff, watch it. Censored.
Oh, that's funny. No, you trying to make me feel bad? Is that a thing you're trying to do for $1? No, I want to keep my $1. I don't want it to go to your charity. I don't know anything about your charity.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up if they're putting pressure on you like that. This is why I do self-checkout, and it'll say, do you want to round up and donate 71 cents? And a lot of times I don't, because I'm not at a good financial point in my life right now. Right? And you can't donate to everything. Like, everywhere you go, people want donations. And I'm not bashing that at all. I totally get it, and they're good causes, but you just can't say yes to everything.
Right. Just like if you run into a situation where you get something paid for, take it in as oh wow, what a great thing to happen to me. And then you move on. You have zero obligation to turn around and pay for the person behind you, especially when you don't know what they ordered. They might be a terrible person. Seriously, like, I'm not even joking. They could have just gotten done doing something awful and then decided that they wanted a nice frozen treat to
celebrate what they just did.
To wash that awful thing they just did down with. So you don't know. Why are you doing this? So I am anti-pay it forward. 900 people. There are 900 suckers at this Minnesota Dairy Queen. I'm anti that. I'm not anti-charity. I'm not anti-helping people. I am anti-giving money to people that I have no idea what they're about and who they are. They might hate you as a person, and you just gave them a free dilly bar.
It's a nice thing to do. And you know what? It restores your faith in humanity a little bit, doesn't it? I mean, especially around Christmas, and furthermore, especially in 2020, because the world is terrible right now. You know, everything going on. It's been a rough year. So it's nice to know that there are still like good people out there doing good things. It makes you feel good.
I don't need a drive-through pay it forward incident to tell me there are good people out there.
But it kind of reminds you of that. It restores your faith in humanity. You know?
I have friends. I have great people in my life. I don't need something like this. 900 strangers acting like they're doing something good. They're not doing something good. They're getting. I mean, you could potentially break even or come out ahead doing this. You could get way more, like, if you pay for the person behind you and they only got one thing, but you got 3. You actually wow, I kind of made money at this Dairy Queen.
Right? So see, that's a good thing.
No.
So it could be good. Is that what you're admitting?
No, I'm saying that it's not doing this does not mean it restores my faith in humanity. It's showing that people will just do something because they're sheep. Because they're told to. Because they're forced into it. This forced charity. And they think they're doing something good. Like, sorry, people, you're not. You're
yes,
not.
They are.
You're not doing anything. You bought someone's Blizzard. Like, so what? Somebody bought yours. Would you right. have done? See, here's the thing. I like 2 people. 2 people in this situation. 2. I like the guy who started it because he legitimately did something selfless.
Right.
Or her. You going there and doing it is not selfless. You got something out of it.
But you know what? So the it's more about the principle of what you're doing. It's more about like, I feel good about this. Like, we're helping each other out. It's the principle of it.
So I like 2 people. I like the person who started it. Legitimately, selflessly did something, paid for someone's order along with their own. I like that person. I love the person who ends it. That is my favorite.
I knew you were going to say that.
It's like, oh, okay. Oh, free Blizzard, you say? Okay, thanks. Have a great day. Drive off. Those are my 2 favorite people. Everyone between them, sheep.
Oh, stop it. They were doing something nice, and it's a really cool story.
They were doing something nice, but they also got something out of it.
Well, that's true, but they helped somebody in the process.
Did they?
I think so. It's an interesting topic.
It is. Pay it forward. Do you believe in it? I don't.
Puff's stance on it. We know your take.
Listen, you go to the Salvation Army tin and you drop money in there. Boom. That is a truly selfless act. You get nothing out of that. What if they said, okay, well, come donate to us and you'll get a free little mini Blizzard from Dairy Queen? Bet their donations go through the roof because people get something out of it.
That's true, but they're still raising money in the process, so it's still good.
Yeah, actually, I'm sure this Dairy Queen donated a bunch of the money they got for these 900 people to charity. I'm sure they did. All right, we are way behind. We're going to just jump into Stumping Steph coming up in just a couple minutes.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph podcast.
Stump Steph time. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right. A survey says, 72% of women like to do this when they feel depressed. 72% of women do this when they feel depressed.
Oh, stress eating.
That's a good answer. It's not right for this particular survey. 72% of women do this. They say this really helps them when they feel depressed. It's not eating.
Is this something that typically only women do?
I think this is definitely more women doing this than men, for sure. But I wouldn't put it past some men to do this.
Does it have to do with like self-care, like putting on a face mask, taking a bath?
No.
Is it something they're physically doing to themselves?
No.
Does it involve someone else?
It doesn't have to. I mean, I guess you could do it with a friend, but you don't have to.
Is it physical activity of some kind?
Nope.
Watching something on TV?
Nope.
Or a movie?
Nope.
Something with their dog?
Nope.
Drinking alcohol?
Another good answer. No.
Drugs, alcohol.
Yep. It's 72% of women do lines of Coke when they feel depressed. No.
Is it buying something?
Yeah, there we go. 72% of women think shopping helps them when they feel depressed.
That makes sense. You're like, you know what? I had a really rough week. I'm going to treat myself. It makes sense.
Right. We got one more. A survey asked, who on your Christmas list will be the hardest to buy for? One person came out on top, 25% of people saying that this person is the hardest to buy for.
Is it a male?
Yep.
Huh? We just had this conversation the other day. Is it a husband or boyfriend?
No.
Is it your brother?
Nope.
Your dad?
Yep. There we go. They say your dad is the hardest person to buy for on your Christmas list. I could see that.
It makes sense. I've always had trouble shopping for men more than women.
All right, friends, that is it for your Tuesday show. Remember, don't pay it forward. Be that person in line who ends it. Two heroes in that situation. The person who started it and the person who ends it. So you choose what you want to be. All right, we will see you guys tomorrow for the big Wednesday. Later.
It's the Puff and Steph podcast.